Hello everyone, today we'll be talking about the Act Man's remonetization. I think that this is a great thing, but we shouldn't forget the fact that this all started from an Elden Ring review. I think that it is interesting how YouTube has done nothing about quantum TV, and some people say that everyone hates quantum TV, but his channel has like more subscribers and is doing better than it used to actually. So he's actually making more money off of this. And there's plenty of like fans that make videos showing when Act Man said some racist things about 5 years ago and has apologized for it multiple times. And he also is like, he kind of started all this by making false strikes on channels like Mischief's, Act Man's, I'm not sure who else, but pretty much anyone who views any of his videos, they put a strike on it. And like for any clip that he's used, it would lead to a copyright strike, including this Deadpool mask that he wore at the end of someone's video talking about how his TV stains are horrible, which they are. At that point, you're just maxing out the saturation and bloom to where it looks like fucking melted skin. Worst fucking TV stains I've ever seen, and all that in some of his videos criticizing the Act Man later on, he still fucked up the audio or butchered some graphical setting on the display, which you can tell because either it looks pixelated, blurry, or some other fucking issue while he says he's the #1 brand in honesty when he's been dishonest this whole time. But yeah, and later on I found out that he did a lot more, such as during this LGBTQ event, he ended up saying that more gays should have died during that event, and other homophobic things such as, which is shown in the Act Man's video about this situation. And also there are people mentioning a tweet that the Act Man made 5 years ago, which talked about how like he thinks people should be less sensitive for the most part, but he was being homophobic and racist during that video, which makes sense that he got in trouble for being racist and homophobic. Which he has like tried to apologize for 5 years straight now, or 6 probably. It's been a very long time from just apologizing from saying he won't do it again, which shows a very different side from Quantum TV, where his excuses are my account was hacked, or someone stole my account, and that wasn't me, basically just trying to shift the blame to someone else when it's been proven that it was his account. And not only that, he's been baiting for a long time on YouTube by just switching channel names and messing with certain settings. And not only that, he gave more proof to it by linking his original channel saying I was never baiting, and this is my proof for it, even though it proves the exact same thing that the Act Man already proved on his own if you go through the Wayback Machine. But if you look at it normally, it does look like a different channel. Otherwise, you can tell that actually is Quantum's other channel. Which is kind of funny. But I'm glad we got at least a good ending from YouTube. You know, YouTube remonetizing him and apologizing for demonetizing him in the first place for a joke, and also him trying to solve a problem that YouTube should have solved on its own with, you know, false copyright strikes and bad behavior on the platform. I mean, that's something I've had happen to me before, where someone's being an asshole in an online game and I get banned for it, with depending on like Steam or Xbox or something like that. Most recently it happened on Xbox, and I end up pointing out his bad behavior, and at least Xbox helped me with that. YouTube hasn't done anything about Quantum TV, and Quantum TV is actually doing better than he used to with his channel. And he's saying he's getting doxxed and harassed, but I'm not so sure how true that is. I mean, harassment probably, but I'm not sure about doxing with his channel. I couldn't really care less about his channel. I personally do hate his channel now, but there is people who actually still like his channel for God knows why. Who knows actually why anyone would watch his channel after that, especially after, him actually causing the character to attack him in Elden Ring. I mean, that's why you hate the game, even though you have to avidly attack that character. And knowing that you could avoid the one giant guy, he was like a knight on a horse or something, and you can avoid him, you can just walk right past him. Only that you can set pre-built characters that already have weapons and equipment early on, and you don't lose your equipment when you die. You just lose your it was like a type of point system. They always have a different kind in any type of Soul games, but basically you just drop that and you can go back, grab it, and then run away from the fight, and hopefully get to like a safe area, and then you keep doing that to grind for points, and you use that to upgrade your character, like in any other Souls games. Yeah, I am glad that his channel's been remonetized, even though nothing's happened to Quantum or anyone with, fake copyright strikes, which is bullshit. It's fucking bullshit there. They should be in a lot more trouble than they really are. Like, they should be in some deep shit, but no. Now they get to walk away just fine when they have ruined other channels and also have bullied people of a marginalized group. Another thing I think is interesting about this situation is that YouTube gave permitted tools to black people during this whole event. Is that they were like, oh, hey, like, that's kind of weird, especially during Pride Month, to just give a bunch, say, oh, well, black people will get a bunch of tools to help their channel grow and succeed, but if you're white or any other skin color, who really, some people just think there's like a few skin colors, but there's like multiple tones and things like that. But they just kind of assumed that that wouldn't correlate at all. Like, at least for their advertising team, they could have gone it right and went, oh, well, let's give these tools to gay people, people like homosexuals and things like that. Nope, we give these tools to black people during Pride Month, and after we ban someone pretty much for trying to point out an issue with YouTube and how some of his friends have been getting in trouble because of that. And also, not only that, they probably intentionally tried to shadow ban or hide the information, similar to like what they did the dislike button getting removed. It was just so big companies didn't let themselves actually seeing that people hate their content, like Justin Bieber or Disney or Activision. Like, they didn't want to see a million dislikes. You still can see them. It's just in YouTube Studio, or if you get a certain extension that allows you to. Yeah, I think I'll end the video here. I think it's great that the Act Man's remonetized, and I'm probably not going to upload on YouTube for a while anyways. I'm definitely not going to upload anymore about the Act Man, unless something else happens besides this. Which is great to see that the Act Man channel's got his content remonetized. Some of it's not falsely copyright striked anymore, and a lot of bits and pieces aren't saying it's 18 only on videos that aren't like his Cyberpunk video. There's not even any porn or anything like that shown, which, yeah, that makes sense. Age restricted video that has nothing that's age restrictable. But if you want to watch my content any further, you can go to my Twitch account. I'll put a link in the description. And I'll also put up both playlists that I made for the Act Man situation. One of them, that's just a bunch of videos I found that I thought were interesting and had interesting insight on it. You don't have to watch all of them. There's like 60 videos in total. Some of them are just re-uploads of the Act Man's video that got demonetized and removed for no real reason but to remove it. Or because you can't talk bad about black people at all, which in itself is racist, but that's another topic for another time. Also, I put like videos in the Act Man situation videos I thought correlate a bit with it and make it, interesting points. And there'll also be my playlist, my videos, which you can watch them or not. It doesn't really matter. And I'll see you all later. Yeah.